All right, time for race number 14 out of 31 in the 94 Winston Cup Series. Quick look at the points. I'm currently in second. Rusty Wallace still has quite a lead on everyone else, but I got a pretty good lead back to Ken Schrader in third. And then Schrader, Irvin, Speed, Shepard, Labonte, Martin, Earnhardt, Rudd, all those guys are pretty tightly packed from third on back. So we'll see how it goes, but it looks like even if I were to have problems, Rusty Wallace is still going to be the leader after this race. All right, so this race is at Michigan. Let's see, 100% is 200 laps. We got 42 cars in this race, 97% realistic, all boxes checked. So this track is really weather dependent. So if it's cloudy, then I tend to run pretty well. So if we go to qualifying and it's cloudy and 91, I think I'll qualify in the top 10. If it turns clear, then the car tends to get really tight and slides up the track in the turns. If the race is cloudy, then I think I can run in the top 10. If the race is clear, then I think I'll be struggling to get in the top 20. And the other unfortunate thing is that there are no cautions here. So I'm expecting this race to go caution free. I've already run about 750 laps at this track since I on this channel, and I've only seen 2 cautions. One was in the Busch race I ran here, which I was involved in, and then the other one was a debris caution. So I think the only real chance of seeing a caution is if there's debris, which kind of like rules out a lot of strategy. I'm just using the qualify fast setup. It says we can go 50 laps. I think we'll go about 40. And then pit on 40, 80, 120, 160. So 4 pit stops, 5 runs, and that'll make up the full race. Unless something crazy happens and we get a wreck or a caution or something. Let's go to qualifying. Okay, cloudy 91. And there's a chance that the car will overheat and blow up before it even gets to the start finish line. We'll see. I don't like this cloudy weather. The car will be faster, but the tires also start a lot colder. And on restarts, the tires will spin a lot more. So if it's cloudy in the race, on the start, the tires are just going to want to spin, and just makes the start a little bit more treacherous. And the car will get a little more loose in the corners.
Okay, here comes your first time lap.
But it's usually not that big a deal once the tires get up to temperature. Just got to be careful with it at first. All right, let's see where I'm at. 8th. And that water temperature light is already on. Now it's pegged.
All right, there's the checkered flag.
All right, made it back to the start finish line at least. Oh, cloudy 73. Just dropped like 20 degrees. That I really don't like, because now it's getting cloudy and cool. And that'll just make the tires even more slippery. Them being cold and with the cloudiness. Don't like that. Alright, well I qualified 6th. So we got Rudd, Martin, Irvin, Speed, Wallace, me, Earnhardt. Terry Labonte will be right behind me. Morgan Shepherd behind him. So that could be really tricky. If it stays cloudy, especially if it stays cool and cloudy, then this start could be kind of treacherous because Labonte, Shepherd, those guys are going to be wanting to get under me and put me on the outside 3 wide. But that's better than being in the middle 3 wide. So if I get stuck on the outside 3 wide, I don't think it's too big a deal. I'll just stay to the high side until the tires can warm up. As long as I don't end up 4 wide on the outside. All right. Let's see. If it's going to be that cool, I hope it's clear. Cloudy 73. Okay.
Drivers, to your cars.
All right. Well, since it's cloudy, even though it's cool, I'm still going to remove some grill tape. Because I don't want the engine to overheat while I'm in traffic and stuff. I think 5% will be enough. And I almost want to tighten the car a little bit. All right, I'm going to go down 1/4 of an inch on the track bar on the left rear. And then if I want to tighten it even more, I can adjust this one during the race. All right. All right, so I took 5% grill tape off just to prevent it from overheating, and I can add that back later if need be. And then I went down 1/4 of an inch on the track bar on the left side. God, you know, I practice these races like for a few nights before I race them, and this is the first time I've seen it cloudy 73. I've seen it clear 73. I've seen it clear in 80. I've seen it clear in 90. I've seen it cloudy in 90 like it was in qualifying, but I haven't seen it cloudy in 73. So I'm not really sure how the car is going to react going into turn 1. I'm a little nervous about it. Or getting fresh tires and trying to come back out on the track. The car could be really loose. All right, here we go.
Drivers, start your engines!
See, just at the start, it's already down to 112. When they put the tires on a pit stop, they'll probably be down at like 90 when they get the tires on. Okay, the tires are gonna be really slippery. I'm gonna be really careful on this start. If I hit the gas, the tires are just gonna spin and the car is just gonna fly into the wall. So I'm only gonna be able to go like maybe 3/4 throttle. And hopefully I could just kind of keep Terry Labonte at bay till we at least get a lap in. Or maybe I'll end up 3 wide on the outside in turn 3 and just kind of let them go. And let the tires warm up as best I can. All right, here we go. I think the AI even start in first gear, but I'm not sure about that. That would be impossible.
Get ready now. Going green. Pace car's in.
almost went in the wall.
Car inside. Clear inside. 85. Clear. Inside. Still there. Clear.
See, I went on the outside of lake speed. Morgan Shepherd went on the inside, and I was on the outside 3 wide there going into turn 3.
Car inside. Clear inside. Car inside. Still there.
I think I'm on the outside 3 wide again. Oh, okay, no, Schrader was behind Shepherd. Shepherd and Schrader are pretty fast in this car set, so
Clear. Inside. Clear.
same with Darrell Waltrip, and he's coming up here too.
Car inside. Clear. Car inside. Still there. Clear.
That inside line can get bogged down a lot in 1 and 2. All right, now we're getting stretched out single file here. Ernie Irvin had the early lead, but it looks like Earnhardt's got up to him. Earnhardt and Shepard.
Inside. Still there. Clear. Car inside. Clear. Inside. Still there. Clear.
Check the fuel. Yeah. I'm thinking people will be pitting about every 40 laps. It says I can go 38 more. That would get me past 50. Maybe we'll just pit 3 times.
Still there. Clear.
All right, I'm looking pretty good right here. I think I got pretty lucky with the weather. No, I don't like the cloudiness. The car is definitely a lot faster in the cloudy, so I'm running a lot better than I would be if it was clear. Just kind of ride and tick off some laps here. Still a long way to go.
Outside.
Don't touch the apron.
Outside. Clear.
All right, I see a slow car already up there. Quite a battle for the lead, man. Schrader's trying to get around Irvin, but the low line gets a little bogged down in 1 and 2, so I think Irvin is getting the run coming off. I think Schrader might have gotten him this time. Earnhardt's pretty high in the corner there. Surprised Mark Martin has fallen back like he did. I would have figured he would have been fast here. Guess he's just not where he'd typically be, at least on this run. All right, catching the first lap car, it's Bobby Hillen. This can get a little dicey getting around lap cars here, but I got a pretty good buffer behind me, so no pressure from behind. Just take it easy. Still way early in the race. I didn't see any damage on Hillen, so I guess he's just really that slow. And there's about 3 more cars coming up too. All right, says I could still go another 18 laps. That would get me to 54 or 52, 52. I mean, I thought I remembered that we pit every 40 laps here, but I guess maybe not. Maybe it was 50. We'll see where the AI pit. The AI, if they pit early, like before lap 50, if they've all done their pit stop, then I'll just come in. Because I'll lose more time with them short pitting than I would gain by just doing 3 stops. Tires. Yeah, the tires look fine. All right, this is about where I had that wreck with Chad Little here. I was up towards the front and we were working our way around lap cars and he dove under me and took me 3 wide going into turn 1 and I was in the middle and I just kind of spun myself across his hood.
Clear outside.
All right, coming up on Dave Marcus.
Outside. Clear outside.
Oh, wow. A caution.
Okay, we're under caution.
All right, I haven't taken... Oh, okay, I took the caution already. All right, well, that's the third caution I've seen here.
Pit road is closed.
All right, well, I'm definitely going to pit. Who did I start behind? I started behind Terry Labonte and I think Earnhardt. Or you know what? Earnhardt was right behind me. I think I'm going to have to pull in around Earnhardt on pit road.
Pit road is now open. Limit 55. Keep it under 4,000 in seconds. Past the 71 car. The pace cars on the front stretch.
Yeah, right
The pace
around
cars
Earnhardt.
in turn 1.
Okay.
The pace cars in turn 2. Go, go, go! Limit 55. Keep it under 4,000 in seconds. Okay, you're clear of pit lane. Stay behind the 16 car.
Oh, someone's wrecking
We got trouble in the
under
pit.
caution. Wally Dahlback and Rusty. Rusty is out. That's the points leader, man. He's out. And Musgrave got him. Oh, I think he's just slowing down to
Stay
let me go
behind
by.
the 16 car.
Yeah, Rusty was smoking.
Stay
So,
behind the 16 car.
so he's definitely out now. All right, come on, Ted. There we go. I don't know what happened there. All right, this restart makes me a little nervous. See, the tires are already cold. They're going to be even colder by the time we take the green. The car is not going to want to go, so you got to be really careful with the throttle. I'm going to have to, some of these guys are going to go around me on the restart. Like Bill Elliott and a couple dudes behind me. It's not a big deal. It's just got to be really careful. And we'll have some slow cars here at the front. All right, we got 35 on the lead lap. Dallenbach is out. Or no, Dallenbach's still in, but he's got damage. So that's it's going to be 7 cars on the inside. Yeah, and there's Rusty. Rusty's going to finish last. All right, so we're going to have 7 cars on the inside line. I'm going to restart 10th on the outside line. Tires are going to be really cold. Car is not going to want to turn. And it'll be really loose coming off the turn. All right, I'm thinking the safest thing to do here would be to just voluntarily take that third lane on the outside.
We're going green next time by. Okay, we're on the lead lap. Stay on the outside line. Stay behind the 16 car on the outside line.
All right, I'm going to give myself a little bit of a buffer. Sandbag it a little bit. And then I think I'm going to voluntarily stay on the outside and hope that I can just kind of like maybe pass some of these lap cars on the outside. And if some of these faster cars, because their tires are going to be fine right off the green, I'll just let them go. I know I got a fast car. I know I can get back up in the top 10. So, and it's still way early. We're only a quarter of the way through. The tough part is just trying to get up to speed, man. The tires are gonna spin really bad. Yeah, we're down in the 80s on the right-hand side now. So I'm just gonna stay high and try and stay out of everyone's way best I can. See where I fall in once the tires get up to temperature, and then start working my way through. I hate starting in the middle on restarts though. This is, with these slow cars, it's gonna be the eye of the storm here. All right, don't spin the tires and hit the wall.
Green, green, green.
All right, that wasn't too bad. Cold tires, be really careful.
Inside.
All right, I'm 3 wide on the outside.
You're up top, 3 wide, inside. You're up top, 3 wide, inside.
It's all right, just take it easy.
You're up top, 3 wide, inside. You're up top, 3 wide, inside. You're up top, 3 wide, inside. You're up top, 3 wide, car inside. You're up top, 3 wide, inside. Clear, car inside.
All right, tires are feeling better. If I can get low here, that would be good.
Clear.
You can cut off here again a little bit, hopefully. Yep.
Clear.
Okay.
Outside. You're on the bottom, 3 wide. Car outside. Still there. Still there. Clear outside. Car outside. Still there. Clear. Car outside. You're on the bottom, 3 wide, car outside. Still there. You're on the bottom, 3 wide, car outside. You're on the bottom, 3 wide, outside. Clear.
All right. I think that's all the lap cars. All right, I lost like 10 spots there on the restart, but I'll make some of this up. We still got Mayfield here.
Outside. Clear outside.
Blocking Todd Bodine a little bit.
Car outside. Still there. Clear.
All right, now I should be past all the lap cars.
Outside. Clear outside. The yellow flag is out. Let's go.
God.
Race back to the line. We got trouble in turn one.
All right, we're gonna have to do this all over again.
Pit road is closed. Okay, we're under caution. Catch up to the end of the pacing line. Stay behind the 4 car.
All right, is everyone gonna pit? I would think everyone would, but some may not. Okay, yeah, it looks like everyone's coming in.
Pit road is now open. Limit 55. Keep it under 4,000 in seconds. The pace cars on the front stretch.
All right, have to pull in around Earnhardt.
The pace cars in turn 1. The pace cars in turn 2. Go, go, go! Limit 55. Keep it under 4,000 in seconds. Okay, you're clear of pit lane. Stay behind the 22 car, past the 75 car.
All right, I came off pretty much right where I went on, so.
Past the 75 car.
You know, I don't know what's going on with Mark Martin and Rudd.
75 car.
I wonder if they're stuck on pit road. No, there's Martin in 8th. But I think I saw him still on pit road when I was leaving. Same thing with Rudd. All right, we're gonna have to do this again. Okay, Sterling Marlin is in the lead. I think he just got 2 tires. Because he was like 1 spot in front of me. Or maybe 2 spots in front of me going on pit road. And he came off at first. So he either didn't pit or he got 2 tires. Looks like everyone else got 4 tires. Maybe Michael Waltrip. I don't remember if he was in front of me or not when we went on pit road. He might have just gotten 2 tires. All right, let's see what happened here. Okay, still just Wallace and Dallenbach out. Okay, so Dallenbach did go out. Maybe Dick Trickle was involved in the incident. Maybe Jeff Burton. All right, so this is going to be even a little more hectic just because we got a guy on 2 tires at the very front of the line. Then we're going to have 6 cars on the inside. I'm going to be 15th in line. Okay, so it's going to be single file back here, which is good. Just these tires, man, they're already cold. We still got to go another lap. And when the race restarts, it's just impossible to drive on them up to speed for like 2 laps. Typically, you go into the turn and the car won't turn. It's just super tight. There's like no grip. And then when you're coming off and you hit the gas, then it wants to spin out.
We're going green next time by. Okay, we're on the lead lap. Stay on the outside line. Stay behind the 22 car on the outside line.
But, I mean, all things considered, I think I did okay on that first restart. Bobby Hillen is the slowest car. Gotta watch out for him. I did cut off Harry Gant pretty bad, though. That could have ended very, very poorly. So I think I'll just do exactly what I did last time. Get a little buffer. And then just kind of stay high. And if I need to get up in that 3rd lane, that's fine. I'd rather be up in that 3rd lane. And just let people go until the tires warm up. All right, still a long way to go. No need to get into anything sketchy. And be careful hitting the gas because the tires just wanna spin. So we'll go about 3/4 of the way, 3/4 throttle, and then take it easy into the turn, and then stay high.
Get ready now. Going green. The pace car's in. Green, green, green!
All right, so 3 wide behind me. 3 wide ahead of me.
Outside. Clear outside. Car outside. Clear outside. Outside. Clear outside. Clear outside. Outside. Clear.
All right, Bobby Hillen's on the outside.
Car outside. Clear.
Here comes Rudd on the inside. Let him go. I'm going to get stuck on the outside in the turn here.
Clear. Car outside. Clear outside. Outside. Clear outside.
All right, I think that restart worked out better than the first one. I don't know what's up with Rudd. I know he was sitting on pit road and he restarted way in the back, and I don't know why he was stuck on pit road so long.
Outside. Clear.
Boy, Mayfield is running pretty good.
Car outside. Still there.
I mean, he's running fastest of the lap cars at least.
Outside. Still there. Clear. Outside. Clear.
All right, I think I said that the projected lap said we could go 54 in that first run. Right now it's saying I can go 37. So it's been 17 laps since we went green, so we went green on 62. At this point, if it stays green, there'll just be 2 more pit stops. All right, road's gonna get a little bogged down here, I think.
Still there.
All right, not too bad. Now I got Bodine on my bumper, don't like that.
Clear. Outside. Clear outside.
Marlin can't pick a lane. It's gonna slot in there in between Rudd and Earnhardt.
Outside. You're on the bottom, 3 wide. Outside. You're on the bottom, 3 wide.
I don't know about that move.
Outside. You're on the bottom, 3 wide. Outside. You're on the bottom, 3 wide. Car outside.
Still 3 wide.
You're on the bottom, 3 wide. Car outside. Clear.
Boy, Terry Labonte was hanging tough in that third lane. I figured I would have passed him in turn 1 and 2.
Car outside. Clear. Outside. Still there. Clear.
All right, Marlin, I said I thought got 2 tires. I just passed him. I'm wondering if Earnhardt just got 2 tires too, and these guys way up in the front got 4. All right, I'm blocking Earnhardt a little bit. Probably not a smart idea. Yeah, I think Earnhardt probably got 2 tires also. Now, I don't think that's going to work out very well for him. Okay, someone was driving through the grass. Yeah, I wouldn't mind just sitting here drafting with Rudd for a while and see if we can catch that lead pack. I know I won't be able to catch it if I was in front of Rudd. And the group behind us is falling back. So I think the best move right here is just keep following Rudd. Ooh, a little high coming off that corner. Thought I was going to hit the wall there for a second. All right, I think I said we went green on 62. So 50 laps would be 112. It's about, what, 16, 18 laps away. Coming up on Jimmy Hensley.
Car outside. Clear outside.
Halfway.
Car outside.
Went in there a little too deep,
Clear outside.
trying to stay in front of Hillen there. Oh well, made it work. Those lap cars out of the way. All right, I think me and Rudd are catching that group in front of us. It's Morgan Shepherd, Lake Speed, and Jeff Gordon, I think. Especially when they're racing like that. All right, I think it's been 42 laps now since we pit. If I pit right now, I'd only have to pit one more time. So we're in the window. I think I'll just keep waiting and seeing what AI is going to pit and when. Now they're going 3 wide up ahead of us. I don't think that's a very smart move. Alright, it says I can go 9 more laps. Alright, that'll take us to 117? Alright, I guess it was 50 laps. I don't know why I was thinking it would be 40. I might have gotten that mixed up with Pocono. But it is every 50 laps. So I'm guessing they're going to start pitting here anytime. And probably, I would think, by lap 112 or 113. Tires look fine. Okay, someone's pitting. Jeff Gordon's pitting. Or Chuck Bound. Okay, it's Chuck
The
Bound.
leader's pitting now.
Okay, in the leader pit. See, if I knew when Rudd is going to pit, I would pit with him, but I don't know when he's going to pit. I'm sure one of these four is going to pit this lap. I think I'm going to go one more, though. Okay, is Rudd going to pit? No. Okay, Irvin and Waltrip are pitting.
Looks like we're running low on fuel. As that fuel pressure gauge starts to drop, come on in. The leader's pitting now.
I haven't led a lap either. I should probably try and lead a lap. Get the bonus points. All right, Derek Cope has fresh tires. Watch out for him. Looks like we're coming up on Ken Schrader. He's got fresh tires. Okay, Rudd's pitting. Morgan Shepherd is not.
The next car's the leader.
Okay.
The leader's pitting now.
All right, I'm going to come in with Morgan Shepherd.
The next car's the leader.
I don't want to lose too much time out here.
Keep it under 55. Keep it under 4,000 in seconds. The leader's pitting now.
All right. All right, looking for the 76. Here we go.
Go, go, go! Limit 55. Keep it under 4,000 in seconds. Okay, you're clear of pit lane.
All right, cold tires. Be really careful here. Okay, there's Irvin. There's Gordon. There's Speed. Here comes Rudd.
Car inside.
All right, I'm gonna let these two go. Be really careful.
Clear inside.
All right, right back where I was. Following Rudd. Don't leave me, Rudd. I'm guessing Marlin must have short pitted a little bit for him to gain all that time and get in front of me and Rudd. What lap did I pit? 113? That should get me to 163. Marlon doing?
Still there. Clear outside.
Marlon doing some erratic movement down the straightaway. All right, Lake Speed is a spot.
Car outside. Clear outside. Car outside. Still there. Clear.
Oh, Kyle Petty just went down on the apron and spawned back to his pit. Or despawned and then respawned in his pit. Having a tire or suspension failure. I think he'll probably come back out in a minute. All right, I'm thinking I'm just going to keep following Rudd here.
Outside. Still there. Clear outside.
You know, and getting 2 tires on that last caution flag, I think that was a big mistake. And I know Marlon got 2 tires. He's pretty far back now. I think Earnhardt got 2 tires. And now that he's on 4 fresh ones, I think it's going to be a while if he's able to catch back up. As he lost all that time on that last run on 2 tires. Boy, Hensley was looking really slow there.
Clear.
Ward Burton.
Car outside. Clear.
Burton going a lap down. See, it'd be good if he could slow down Morgan Shepherd a little bit. And Rudd and I can shake Morgan out of this draft. Put some distance on him. I'm gonna ride Rudd all the way to the front. He's just towing me up there. Boy, you know, Shepherd looks like he might be a little faster than Rudd right now. And I'm trying to stay behind Rudd and just draft him, but Shepherd keeps catching back up to us. All right, this group's looking a little more dicey here. Rudd is going to try and split these guys. All right, I'm just going to take the high line.
Inside.
Let Morgan have the bottom if he wants it. Might be able to pass Mayfield off turn 2 here. Yeah, that worked out.
Clear inside.
Now we got Trickle and Mike Wallace side by side.
Car
Okay,
outside.
going by Trickle.
Clear outside.
Getting hung up with Wallace a little bit.
Outside.
Come on, Rudd. Now Shepard's all over my bumper.
Still there.
Oh, Shepard is sneaking in the middle, 3
Clear
wide
outside.
on my right rear. I hate when they do that.
Car inside.
All right, I'm just
You're
gonna go
up top.
3 wide on the outside.
Car inside. You're up top, 3 wide. Car inside. You're up top, 3 wide. You're up top, 3 wide. Clear inside. Car inside. Clear.
All right. Get around Bobby Hamilton here.
Outside. Clear outside.
Yeah, sometimes if there's a faster car behind me and slow cars on the outside and I go into the turn a little lower than I should, then that faster car will try and like bully its way into the middle, and Shepard did that going into 1 a couple laps ago. That could have been really dangerous. All right, I don't want to be stuck in the middle. I'd rather be on the outside here.
Inside.
So I'll just let Shepard go down there.
Still there. Clear inside.
All right, coming up on Bobby Hillen again.
Car outside. You're on the bottom, 3 wide, outside. You're on the bottom, 3 wide. You're on the bottom, 3 wide. Still there.
Morgan Shepard sticking his nose in the middle
Clear
again.
outside.
I saw Strickland coming off pit road. Not sure what's going on with him. Seems a little early to be pitting. All right, I'm blocking Jeff a little bit. There's Ted Musgrave coming off pit road too. Not sure what the strategy is there. I mean, unless they're like really trying to short pit it. Those two might have gotten in some kind of minor altercation and then decided to pit. Check the fuels. All right, 19 laps. So we still got a while. Okay, I see Earnhardt. He's finally caught up to us. He's right behind Morgan Shepherd. I think that's Earnhardt. All right, let's see if I can just pull away from these guys. As long as they're racing side by side, I think I can stay in front of them. I think Rudd is faster than me. But if they're in that group back there, I might be able to pull away a little bit. Now Earnhardt's trying to get by Rudd. Yeah, here comes Earnhardt.
Inside. Still there.
All right, and here's Ted Musgrave behind Earnhardt. He's on fresh tires. Or fresher tires. There's Hensley again.
Clear. The leader's pitting now.
All right, this should be the final pit stop. And last time I followed Shepard on pit road, he was one of the last cars to pit with me. So I'm kind of thinking I should just let him get in front of me, and I'll just follow him down pit road again since he's right on my bumper.
Car inside.
Yeah, there goes Irvin. Although I would like to get those 5 bonus points for leading the lap. Okay, someone's pitting. Could be Earnhardt, Steve Grissom. Yeah.
The next car's the leader.
Shepard?
The leader's pitting now.
Oh, okay. I think Earnhardt led that lap or something.
Car outside. Clear.
All right, Joe Nemechek's pitting.
Looks like we're running low on fuel. If that fuel pressure gauge starts to drop, come on in.
All right, Shepard's staying out. Looks like Rudd is coming in this time. And I would like to, if I stay out one more lap, I can lead a lap to get 5 bonus points.
The next car's the leader.
But I kind of like following someone down pit road so I can gauge my speed with them. All right, I'm going to get the 5 bonus points. All right, Shepard's coming in.
Car inside.
All right, I should lead this lap.
You are on the point. We're almost out of fuel. You're going to have to come in for a splash.
All right, coming in this time. Got my 5 bonus points. Yeah, okay, I want 2 cans. See, I feel like I'm coming in a little slow.
Out. Let's go. Race back to the line. Pit road is closed. We got a wreck in turn 3.
How much gas do I have? 2 laps? Okay, I'm good.
Okay, we're under caution. Stay behind the pace car, past the 10 car.
Boy, I just screwed like most of the field here by staying out that extra lap.
10 car. Past the 10 car. Past the 10 car.
All right, I should be able to come in this time. Right, spotter? Come in this time, spotter?
Pit road is now open.
Okay.
Limit 55. Keep it under 4,000 in seconds. Past the 10 car, the pace cars on the front stretch.
All right, where's my pit? Here we go.
We'll give you 1.5 cans of fuel. The pace cars in turn 1. Wait, something's wrong. Come on, you guys. We had a problem with one of the tires. The pace cars in turn 2. Go, go, go. Go, go, go! Limit 55. Keep it under 4,000 in seconds. Okay, you're clear of pit lane. Sorry, buddy. I know you can make it up on the track. Stay behind the 8 car, past the 42 car. Past the 42 car.
I'll be honest, I have never noticed it making any difference
42 car.
when he says, oh, we got a problem with the tire or the lug wrench or problem with the jack or whatever. It makes no difference. They still pit in about the same speed. And I've seen it where I've pit and had a slow speed when he doesn't say anything, and then actually gotten out faster when he does say something. All right, it looks like Ken Schrader was involved in the wreck. He's got damage on the back, and I think 3 cars behind me, there's a black car that is missing his whole front end. So I think it might have taken out some of the leaders, and oh, and Morgan Shepherd's out, so he must have been involved. And we've now got a bunch of guys on the tail end of the lead lap because I screwed them by staying out that 1 extra lap so I could get my 5 bonus points, and then the caution coming out. And Darrell Waltrip is driving on the apron for some reason. All right. How's this going to work out here? So we got, all right, Shepard's out. So there's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 cars. And then Schrader, who has damage, then Irvin, then me, then Earnhardt. So I'm going to be restarting in the 12th row. So it'll be double file. I'm going to be pretty much towards the end of the line here. From 15th through 38th is going to be on the inside. That's about 20 something.
We're going green next time by. Okay, we're on the lead lap. Stay on the outside line. Wait, we're not going green. Repeat, no green. Stay behind the 8 car on the outside line.
Bobby Hillen is the one missing his front end. That is very rare. I don't ever hear that that sound clip. You know, we're not going green, no green. The only time I really hear that is when I've raced those PST short tracks in the Past North series. In that season I did. Or at like Hickory, because the cars, they just don't have their act together on cautions. I think that's it. Earnhardt right behind me is missing his whole front end too. All right, here's what, oh, okay, we're double file. I was thinking I'd just come down pit road and let those 2 guys behind me go. Because, I mean, I'm pretty much guaranteed a top 5 here. If it stays green, as long as I don't do anything stupid. So I think when the green comes out, I'm just going to move into that outside lane, let those guys go, warm the tires up, and then start picking my way through. Because I think it may be a little bit of a mess with like Schrader having damage, and who knows what the tire strategy is on some of these guys up here. Like Musgrave was off sequence, though he's in the back of the line. And Hut Strickland was off sequence as well. I don't see him. He must be up towards the front. So Strickland could be on really old tires, and then you got slow cars.
Okay, we're on the lead lap. Stay on the outside line.
It's just a mess. So I'm just going to take the green. I'll go high. I'll let everyone pass me in turn 1, get the tires up to temperature, and then start working my way through traffic. And I think the only car of the 4 that are on the lead lap that doesn't have damage is me and Irvin. So I'm guessing Irvin's probably going to win this, and I'll finish second. I'm happy with that. I don't even, oh, okay, there's Irvin right there. He doesn't look like he has damage at all. He looks fine. And I'm not as fast as Irvin, so I don't think I could really like race him for the win. All right, how cold are the tires? Frozen. Perfect. We'll just run these last 33 laps, and there's no other cautions, and I think I should finish probably second.
Get ready now. Going green. The pace car's in. Green, green, green. Inside. Clear inside. Inside.
Yeah, we got some really slow guys here on the bottom.
Still there. Clear.
Earnhardt is going to be really annoying because I think he's slow on the straightaway but fast in the turns. Looks like Bobby Hamilton might be all messed up too. All right, just be careful here. Get the tires up to temperature. Yeah, it's Hamilton. All right, I'm 3 wide.
3 wide, car inside. Clear inside. Outside. Still there. Clear.
All right, Earnhardt's going to be a pain in the ass because he's going to be slow, but he'll get right on my rear end going into the turn because he'll be fast in the corners. All right, hopefully I can pull away from him here, and then I won't have to deal with him anymore. Oh, come on, Hut.
Outside. Clear.
All right, I see Schrader. He's for position. Should catch him here pretty soon in the next like 4 or 5 laps. Just be really careful around all these slow cars. Don't do anything stupid.
Still there. Clear outside. Still there.
Someone pitting. Yeah, Harry Gant was pitting.
Car outside. Still there.
Someone's on the apron. Oh, that's Gant. He's coming back on the track. I'm guessing no one pit under that caution, except me and maybe one or two other people. But all these guys, like Jeff Bodine, he's a lot slower than he would be if he had pit under caution. I think he pit under green before the caution came out. So I've got a few lap fresher tires than him.
Clear outside.
All right, there's Ken Schrader. He's in second, so he's my next spot. Got plenty of time here. No rush. I don't know if Harry Gant got tires when he went down pit road there a second ago. All right, I'm in a second. Come on, you guys. Just get out of the way, Gant.
Still there. You're on the bottom, 3 wide, outside. Clear outside.
There, they can race side by side behind me. All right, I think I see Irvin up there. Am I gaining on him? Wow. Okay.
Car outside. Clear outside.
I'm guessing, you know, Irvin, I remember he was one of the first to pit under green. So he's got some of the worst tires out of everyone out here right now. I don't know if I can catch him though. Still 14 to go.
Outside. Still there. You're on the bottom. 3 wide. Clear outside.
I mean, fresher tires make all the difference in this game. All right, that is him. He's 3 cars ahead of me, right? Yeah, that's him. All right, 2.47. .16. All right, if I'm gaining a third of a second a lap on him, ooh, don't hit the wall. That would be 3 seconds, right? Or 2.7. I don't know, this could be close. He's gonna run up to this traffic up here. I didn't gain much on him that time. Oh, okay. Almost smacked the wall again. All right, I should be a little more careful here. Trying to catch him, but I don't want to ruin the race. 10 to go. All right, there's Hamilton. He's got damage. Same with Bobby Helen. They're fast in the turns. Slow down the straightaway.
Car outside. Clear outside. Car outside. Clear.
2.07. Gained 4/10 that time. I think I'm going to catch him. Let me in, Mark. Let me in.
Car outside. Clear. The leader. Clear outside.
All right. 2.5 to go. All right, I think I'm gonna try and get him going into turn 1 on the last lap. And I should be able to make the pass coming off turn 2. Just kind of dive bomb him going into turn 1. All right, last lap. Come on. I don't know if I'm close enough. Not quite. Ooh, I don't know. I don't know. Come on. Nah, I don't think I'm going to get him. Yeah, I'm just that short. Just that short.
There's the flag. It's over.
Man, that would have been cool though
buddy.
if I was just that much closer. I would have been able to dive bomb him down into turn 1. I didn't think I'd have any chance of catching him, but I guess because he pit before the caution came out under green, he had a couple of laps of wear on his tires, and I think that slowed him down just enough that I almost caught him.
Limit 55. Keep it under 4,000.
Great race, regardless. I'll take it. Second place. That's what I mean. When we took the green on that last caution, that's what I thought I was going to finish. So second is good. And with Rusty falling out, I think I may be the points leader. Or be very close. All right. All right, export. This was 14 Michigan. Save 14 Michigan. All right, let's see here. So who went out with problems? The first one, yeah, was Rusty Wallace and Wally Dahlbeck wrecked under caution, it looked like. Let's see what happened there. Let's see, where's Rusty? Yeah, let's skip here. I think the caution was right around here. Is it lap 30? So I don't think we had done a green flag. Yeah, there I am right there. We were in the midst of green flag pit stops. Okay. Okay, so it would have been further along. Okay, right here. All right, first, what caused the caution? Right there, we're under yellow. Still under yellow. Yeah, I remember I took the green like right as I was crossing start finish. Yeah, see, it's green, or I took the yellow right as we were crossing start finish. So it's green right there. And then like right here, the caution came out. Let's see if I can find it. Yeah, here we go. Derek Cope. Okay, Derek Cope and Jimmy Spencer got together. My man Jimmy just runs into the back of him for no reason. That's my man Jimmy. Did anyone else get caught up in this? Nope, Derek Cope just turned it around and kept going. And he got most of that fixed because I didn't notice any damage on his car throughout the race. Yeah, everything looks fine there. Okay, so then under caution, Wally Dahlbeck. Okay, that was the first caution on lap 43. Then under caution, Wally Dahlbeck somehow ends up spun out on the back straightaway, and Rusty is had a bunch of smoke coming out of his engine. It was basically race over for both of them. Okay, so he blew up right there under caution. And he's going all slow. And then Rusty, okay, these guys are coming off pit road, and Rusty just runs into the back of him. Oh, Irvin hits him, and then Rusty just nails him. That's really unfortunate. I mean, 20-year-old AI. And, you know, I've noticed, like, I don't even try and race these guys on the apron, like coming off pit road, because the AI awareness on the apron is just not good. So if I'm side by side with someone coming off pit road, I just let them go. Because they'll do weird stuff like drive in the dirt or just completely disregard where you are and just run into you and stuff like that. Well, that's really unfortunate because Rusty was the points leader, so that really cost him. It's too bad Wally Dahlbeck just blew up under caution like that, causing that whole mess. But it happens. All right, so then we had a restart. And the restarts weren't as bad as I thought they were going to be. They definitely weren't as bad as Pocono's restarts, man. Restarts at Pocono are horrible. Yeah, I gave myself a good buffer. There I just voluntarily took that high line because the tires were so cold. I remember Marlon going by me in the middle. And at that point, I was just like, you know, whatever. Just go into the turn and stay in the third lane. It's no biggie. I gave up a bunch of spots. Yeah, see, then they were all slow up here. See, look at this mess. It looks like modern day Daytona there. Like they're just rows of 3 wide when you get these slow cars up here that are all busted up and slowing everyone down. So there I'm just like, all right, I'm going high. Yeah, so I ended up losing a bunch of spots, got back to like 21st. And then the next caution, I was pretty comfortable doing this 3 wide move on the bottom going into turn 1. So I did that a bunch. You just don't want to be in the middle, man. Okay, this is the next caution right here. Lap 63 about. Let me see if I could see what happened here. Let's see, are we under green? Nope, we're under caution right there. Still under caution. And it looked like it was in turn 1 as well in that same spot. Are we under green there? Okay, we're green right there. Bet you it happens right in here. Oh, there it is. Ward Burton takes out Jimmy Hensley. Yeah, same kind of thing it looks like. Ward just kind of was trying to make a move or just didn't expect Hensley to be going that slow and just put him in the wall. But that didn't seem to be any big deal. He got going, and I think he repaired some of that, though he was pretty slow at the end there. All right, then it was green for the whole rest of the way until like lap 160 or something. And that was the big wreck that took out most of the leaders. Yeah, okay, it was right in here. Took out Schrader, took out Shepard, Earnhardt. I mean, everyone was getting involved in this one. Okay, here we go. Yeah, and unfortunately, this is when most of the cautions happen, is around pit stops, because you get these cars on old tires going all slow, and then you get cars on new tires, and the cars on new tires will just run into the cars on old tires. Looks like it happened somewhere in here. Oh, okay, someone blew up. It looks like Joe Nemechek blew up, but there's Earnhardt, so he didn't get damaged here. And Waltrip hits him. Bobby Labonte gets through. Okay, that didn't look too bad. Is there something going on behind him? No. Okay, so Waltrip got damaged there. Nemechek got damaged. So what happened to Earnhardt and Schrader and Shepard? There's Shepard. Everyone looks fine now. The caution's out. We're coming around to line up. Oh, geez. Yeah, they just run into each other here. Just not paying attention under caution or something. Is Bound going really slow here? Yeah, they just get all stacked up right there on the back straightaway. And Shepard hits Earnhardt there. What was that all about? Oops. All right, hold on here. Now I'm getting myself all confused. Let's go back to Shepard. I didn't see Schrader in that mess, though. Okay. Yeah, so these guys just get stacked up on the back straightaway. They run into each other. Or Shepard just rear ends Earnhardt. There's Irvin. Where's Schrader? He's already got damage. He got all backed up on the back straightaway too. You know, in all the races I run here, there are so few cautions that I don't really know how they behave under caution, and I don't know if what was going on, but there was something going on with these cautions here. Why are they all backing up right there? That doesn't make any sense. They're just all slamming on the brakes there. And then it's just accordion effect. Schrader runs into Marcus. And then it looks like Brett Bodine nails Schrader. That's where Bobby Hilling gets damage. Yeah, there was just some weird caution behavior here going on. I don't know. I don't see many cautions to be able to see stuff like that, but seems like for some reason they just kept getting like accordion effect on the back straightaway. I don't know. Thankfully, I stayed out of all of that mess. One thing I wanted to check. So here I'm under caution, getting tires on lap 165. Where's Irvin? And when did he get tires? Oh, you know what? Irvin may have had a little bit of damage in this right there. And that might have slowed him down just a little bit. I didn't know any of that was going on. All right, so he doesn't get tires under caution. He doesn't pit. Yeah, he stays out. There's me right behind him. So when did he last pit? Okay, he's coming off pit road right here. He pit on 159. So I had 6 laps under green, better tires than him. And then an additional like 3 laps under caution. So he had 9 more tires, 6 green laps and 3 caution laps on those tires when we got the green for the last run. I had 0 green laps on my tires. So my tires were at least 6 laps better than his. And I don't know if he got some damage on the back straightaway and all of that. But I think that's what made him so slow on that last run and almost allowed me to catch up to him. Him just being on older tires and maybe having a little damage. All right, well, it was close. 0.198. Irvin wins it. I finished second. Schrader ended up finishing third with that damage. Earnhardt ended up fourth. Rudd in fifth. I followed Rudd for probably like 100 laps during this race. After that second restart, I ended up just kind of getting behind him and followed him all the way towards the front. There's Gordon, last car on the lead lap. And Gordon would have been one of those cars who was on the tail end. So he was able to stay out in front of Irvin. If Irvin was up to speed, there's no way he wouldn't have passed Gordon there. So Irvin definitely had something going on with him. Gordon, last car on the lead lap, then Lake Speed, Mark Martin, Dale Jarrett, Michael Waltrip, Terry Labonte, Bill Elliott, Todd Bodine, Sterling Marlin, Bodine, the other Bodine, Jeff Bodine. And there's a third one in here somewhere. All the way down. 36 cars finished the race. Okay. I exported it. Yes, I did. I saved it. Yes, I did. Okay, done. Ernie Irvan wins it. All right, let's check the points. Exports, yep. Michigan. Points manager. Winston Cup, 94. Event. Today is March 20th. Michigan, number 14. Points. Save. All right, now results. Import. Michigan. And I did get, I led 3 laps. So I got my bonus, my 5 bonus points. And Ken Schrader led 111 laps. He was probably the fastest car out here. All right, save. And close. Okay, export. Uncheck all this stuff. Going in here, 94 points. Okay. Right. And let's see, points. Okay. All right, Rusty is still in the lead by only 16 points. I'm in second. Then 89 points back to Schrader. Then Irvan with that win. Irvan, Mark Martin, and Rusty Wallace have the most wins now at 3. Irvan, Lake Speed, Earnhardt. Earnhardt has been having a lot of trouble lately. Mark Martin had a lot of trouble at the beginning of the season, but he's done a really good job of getting back in the top 10. He had 3 DNFs in like the first 5 races or 6 races. Then Labonte, Ricky Rudd, Morgan Shepherd in 10th, Jeff Gordon in 11th. All right, so it's looking pretty tight. I still have 0 DNFs. Does anyone else have 0 DNFs? No. Okay, of the cars that have started every race, everyone has at least 2. All right, so if you figure 2 DNFs is about 200 points. So if I had 2 DNFs, I would be at about 1788, which would put me in 6th, which I think is probably a lot more fair result compared to like how I actually race. I've only led 27 laps the whole season so far. 4 top 5s, 10 top 10s, 1 pole. And I've completed 99% of the laps. I'm definitely leading in that category now. 4,646 laps so far. All right, looking pretty good. Real race. This race was kind of a mess. There was some problem with the track. And so the asphalt in turn 3 and 4 was all breaking up and like falling off out of the track and stuff. It was a real mess. So they did some like patching of the track with some kind of, I don't even know what it was. It wasn't the typical looking sealer. It looked white, almost like concrete. And so where the patch was, there was a lot more grip. And the patch went like all the way through turn 3 and 4. And so cars would get 2 tires on that patch and 2 tires on the regular asphalt, and it would just make the cars really uncomfortable and they'd spin out. So that was an issue throughout this whole race. They had 7 cautions, and down here, they had 6 cautions were from incidents in turn 3 and 4 caused by that patch. They had 1 other debris caution, which I don't remember what that was, but I imagine it was probably parts falling off these cars that had already wrecked in turn 3 and 4, or someone blew an engine or something. So that was this race just ended up being a mess because of that. And there was a lot of issues with, they were talking to like the head of Michigan and saying like, hey, what are you going to do about the track basically? He's like, don't worry, we were going to repave it, but then we couldn't get it done before the race, so we're just going to patch it and basically just like do the best we can. And it didn't work out very well. There was a lot of incidents, but Rusty Wallace won it. Couple notable things. Okay, Ernie Irvan didn't have a great race. He finished 18th. Loy Allen got another pole. Loy Allen did not race very well, but for some reason that car got the pole at Daytona. I think he had the pole at Atlanta, and he had the pole at Michigan. So 3 poles for him, even though the car was a back marker. There's Jeff Purvis, finished 27th. He was in the 51 Country Time car that Neil Bonnet would have been driving had Neil Bonnet not been killed at Daytona in Speed Weeks. So that was really unfortunate. But I mean, Neil Bonnet was, I almost said F word. Neil Bonnet was awesome. It's such a tragedy. But at least they got Jeff Purvis in the car to run those races. So it was good to see at least the car still getting some time on the track. There's Robbie Gordon in one of his early Winston Cup starts. He finished 38th. He was one of the first guys to crash. There's Tim Steele, ARCA legend. He back when I was watching racing a lot in the late 90s or mid-late 90s, he would win all the Talladega and Michigan and stuff in that HS Dye red car. So Tim Steele was huge in ARCA back then. All right, and a lot of guys didn't make the race. Look, Marcus didn't make it. Mike Wallace didn't make it. Jimmy Horton, Brad Teague, and Jimmy Means' car didn't make it. Trickle wasn't in it. HB Bailey. There's Rick Corelli. Rick Corelli was trying to run the season, but he just couldn't make races. And the 43 car did not do very well in 94. They were having a really hard time making races. And it was somewhere right around this race that there was a lot of driver changes. Okay, yeah. So Chuck Bound was in the 12 car. He got hurt at Pocono. And so that kind of set off a bunch of driver changes where Derek Cope left the 98 car, got in the 12 car. And then Jeremy Mayfield left that 95 car and got in this 98 car. And then also Dallenbach and John Andretti swapped rides too. So John Andretti got in the 43 car. I don't know that Dallenbach got in the 14, but I know John Andretti got in the 43. So I may make that change to the car set for the next race, which is Daytona. Start of the second half of the season. All right, and after this one, Irvin, not a good finish, but still 78-point lead on Dale Earnhardt in June of 94. And still 224 back to Rusty Wallace, and then 313 back to Mark Martin. So Irvin still looking like the front runner for the championship, even in June. All right, if anyone checks out this race, thanks so much for checking it out. I appreciate it. That's it for this one.